Welcome back to our exploration of the components of our learner portfolios with Nail IB and English literature. In this section, we will delve into how to effectively create creative responses that really demonstrate our imaginative engagement with text. Creative responses are crucial as they allow us to really express our interpretation and our connection to literature through various artistic forms. This is the section where we get to kind of move outside of the box of writing an essay and do things in a much more creative manner, a very different manner. Creative responses, artistic interpretations of the text that we have read, and they can take so many forms. Examples might be poems, sketches, short stories, multimedia presentations, and they are an essential part of the learner portfolio. They provide evidence of our creative thinking and our personal engagement with literature. When crafting a creative response, we need to begin by thoroughly reading the text, noting the themes, the characters, the scenes that inspire us, and consider how to express our interpretation. What mediums could we use? What emotional responses do we hope to evoke? We could begin this by choosing the form, obviously, that best suits our interpretation. For a poem, focusing on capturing the mood or the themes of the text through imagery and symbolism, the strengths of a poem. For a sketch, visualizing perhaps a scene or a character that stood out to us. For a short story, exploring an untold aspect of the text or imagine a different ending. In our response, we should aim to convey the essence of the text while adding our own unique perspectives. So we're using our chosen medium to highlight the themes, the emotions, and the ideas that resonate with us. And the best part about this one is you can be completely imaginative, really allow your creativity to shine. After completing your creative pieces, write a brief reflection, explaining your artistic choices, discussing how that response relates to the text, what you aim to convey through your creativity. To illustrate, let's consider a few examples of prompts for creating creative responses. So firstly, let's imagine we're creating a poem inspired by Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. We can capture the wild and turbulent emotions of the characters through vivid imagery, through powerful language, and we can reflect on the themes of passion and how that really drives the character's actions. Or we consider a sketch from a key scene from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Perhaps visualize the moment when Frodo decides to take the ring to Mordor, using details from the text, obviously, to depict the setting and the characters, highlighting and really evidencing his determination and the peril that he was perhaps going into. Or lastly, thinking of a short story inspired by minor characters in Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. Imagine a backstory for Biddy, explore her thoughts and feelings about Pip's journey, using the text as a foundation while adding your creative twist. The creative responses, again, being invaluable, are also a key aspect for you to really insert a piece of your own personality into your portfolio and really allow you to express your own interpretation and engagement with the text through artistic mediums. By channeling this creativity, you can provide very unique and insightful responses that really reflect your deep connection to literature, remembering that a strong creative response is imaginative, it's thoughtful, and it offers a fresh perspective on the text. And also considering that certain responses are more relevant than others. If you really want to show off how to get into those deep, creative, meaningful, untold stories, perhaps going with poems. If you really want to go into the visual aspect, into the visual elements or character descriptions we're seeing, perhaps with a script. So there are very many different creative responses that we can use. Some of them might be more relevant for what we're trying to address than others. Then we have research notes. In this section, we'll consider how to really compile research notes and how we can use them to enhance our understanding of literary texts. These are crucial as they provide the contextual background that inform our analysis and our interpretation of literature. Research notes are detailed records of the contextual information that we gather about the text that we read. They include historical, cultural, and social context, as well as information about the author and any other relevant secondary sources. They are an essential part of the learner portfolio as they provide evidence of our comprehensive understanding of the text. It shows that we've taken the text that much further. When building them, when writing them, we should start by identifying key areas of context that will really enhance our understanding of the text. This can include an author's biography, or the historical period in which the text was written, or the cultural or social issues it addresses within the text. You should begin by consulting reliable sources, such as academic articles, critical essays, reputable websites, and take detailed notes of the information that you find. Organize it by theme or topic, and make sure to record bibliographic details for each source. This is key as it allows you to come back to them later. But also key is reputable sources. Nowadays, given so much information at our fingertips and how much of it is questionable, the key aspect of the research notes is making sure that our sources are true. They are reputable. They're not coming from a second, third, fourth person down the line on social media, for example. Maybe find something and then research it further, make sure that everything aligns, everything matches. In your notes, you should include summaries of secondary sources that offer critical perspectives on the text. Highlight the key points, the key quotes that will support your analysis, and consider how the context influences the themes, characters, and literary devices in the text. You could even use reasons for these. Maybe societal background, historical background provides a reason why the author has used certain literary devices. Organize your notes in a clear and logical manner. This will make them much more accessible, much more readable, much more digestible later. Use headings and subheadings to really categorize the information and include your own reflections on how the context enhances your understanding of the text, or how you plan to use this information in your analysis at a later point. Let's consider a few examples, a few prompts to really compiling research notes. So perhaps first imagining you're researching the historical context of Arthur Miller's The Crucible. You would have to gather information about the Salem witch trials and the McCarthy era, and you could note how Miller's play comments on the paranoia or the injustice of both periods, and summarize critical essays that discuss the allegorical nature of the play. You could also consider the cultural context of Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. Explore the impact of British colonialism. Take notes on the way that traditional African culture, the disruption caused by colonial forces, is implied, is shown, is evidenced. Include quotes from Achebe's interviews about his intentions for the novel. Lastly, you could think about the author's background. For Sylvia Plath de Bellegarde, gather information about Plath's life, her struggles with mental health, her autobiographical elements of the novel. Summarize secondary sources that really analyze Plath's use of symbolism and imagery to depict mental illness. So again, as with the other components, there are a number of ways that this could be really interpreted, personalized for you, but also become very relevant, allowing you to really enhance your understanding of literary text through contextual information. By organizing relevant background information, you can provide a very much a well-informed analysis that reflects your comprehensive engagement with literature. Remembering that strong research notes are detailed, they are well organized, and they are thoughtfully integrated into your analysis. So these should be as such as you create yours. Remember, the better structured they are, the easier they will be if you need to come back to them. Thank you.